Hello and welcome to Cybersecurity and Cyberbullying in 2025. My name is David Rudy, and this is for ET 5053, Design of Learning Environments with Dr. Reese. Today is August 9th, 2025. Today let's discuss 5 key ideas about cyberbullying and cybersecurity, and conclude with a thoughtful reflection on why protecting learners from cybercriminals is important. Cybersecurity and cyberbullying is as important today in 2025 as it has ever been. We spend a sizable portion of our lives online, leaving lasting digital footprints that make it crucial to protect ourselves. The same rules that apply to adults also apply to children, except we would hope that children would be even more protected than adults. However, as we'll discuss later, some key things to look out for can harm your reputation and even lead to online identity theft, which is just as applicable again to adults as it is to kids. Many of these things that are, after we self-reflect, things that we may never come across. For example, we'll talk a little bit about AI using itself to be able to protect kids. Cybersecurity and the ways people can ultimately lose their identity online come from 3 major things that can give us better insights. Those 3 keys and the things people should look out for include malware, phishing, and the worst one really, in my opinion, social engineering. Malware is a malicious software designed to harm or infiltrate computer systems. Oftentimes this could come in the form of an attachment or something connected to a file. You may accidentally download an infected virus from a trusted source, or it can look similar to a phishing scam. There are lots of ways to get people to click on things, which include things like, "You've won a prize," or "You must make an immediate payment on this amount that's owed." Whatever the hook might be, the temptation is to click on the message to see what it is all about. What is hard for people to be aware of is that that's the worst thing you can do. The best option when dealing with malware is simply to not click or to simply ignore the message. This is all similar to the principles behind phishing. Another scam to look out for is phishing. Phishing is a deceptive attempt to obtain sensitive information, often through emails or messages. Click here to see what you've been accepted into this prestigious club, or why did the President of the United States do such a thing? Whatever the hook may be, the goal is to get you and ultimately to insert some type of personal information to a back-end user. Not all phishing is something that may be considered malicious, however. Oftentimes, users may be looking for information on, say, mortgage loan rates. If they were to go to lendingtree.com and fill out their online information, that would be passed on to multiple lenders who then contact the person looking for that information. They are phishing for information. The important part to remember is that phishing does involve sensitive information and that it can be deceptive by nature. The important part to remember is that phishing, some of the worst deceptive online cybersecurity frauds, however, come through social engineering. At its core, social engineering is not simply a cyber attack. It's all about the psychology of persuasion, right? It targets the mind like an old school grifter or con man. And really, this is such a sad one. When we go through social engineering, manipulating individuals into divulging confidential information or performing actions that compromise security, this often impacts the elderly and marginalized groups. Social engineering tends to be a much longer and drawn-out form of phishing, and sadly, it can lead people to lose more than just a social security number or a piece of identity. The aim is to gain the trust of targets so they lower their guard, encourage them into taking unsafe actions, such as divulging personal information or clicking on web links, opening attachments that may be malicious. Bullies that engage in social engineering practice tend to really hurt their victims deeply. Some important ways to protect against the above attacks are easy to implement. You can use strong passwords, and you can have just a general sense of awareness of the audience. Good questions you could ask yourself include, why is this person talking to me? Do they have a hidden agenda? Regular software updates and backups help, but user education here is really the key. A key new thing that is happening in the cyber world is AI-powered security. How can we leverage AI to help us improve and better deflect threats? Can technology be used safely and efficiently to fight technology? If it can, this may be able to help us help young people fight against the attacks and be protected. While education and user awareness are keys in fighting back against cybersecurity invasions and cyberbullying, we do have to remember as educators that educating young people should be a top priority. As educators, increasing user awareness and education around cybersecurity issues is paramount. Cybersecurity and cyberbullying are as important today as they've ever been. We spend a sizable portion of our lives online, and young people seem to be spending even more time online. Protecting young people from malware using AI maybe was just a dream in a science fiction novel 30 years ago. Today, it is the same young people that need and deserve the educational tools to empower their lives and educations to make them safe. Thank you for your time today. Thank you much.